DLC added. Time to go exploring. Once it updates its navigation data. Which for some reason isn't just part of the download. Who knows? I know. Okay, cruising Iberia, 0 out of 20. 20 unique cities to or from. Cool. And we're back in Prague, of course. So now we need to find some cities that go to the right places. There we go, you can go all the way down to Granada. Not very well paid though, is it? You just pop down to Linz first and just take something from there. Not that I really need to care about how much money I earn, I suppose. Bilbao, otherwise. Actually, that's quite a good spot, because it's right up the top. We can just work our way around or something. "27 hours, that'll take, what is it? It's 3 minutes per, so that's going to be pretty much the entire stream, probably. That's fine. Empty pellets. How very glamorous. Oh, that's fine. Doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to get us there. Yes, yes.
Get on with it. Turn left.
Time to remind myself how to even play this game.
Keep right. At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Oops.
Exit now. Get ready to turn right. Turn right, and then turn right. Turn right. Finally, we are here.
Okay, now which one is it? Probably the one right at the end here. Like, it's certainly not refrigerated. Oh yeah, there's a little mark underneath it. At least that mod's still working.
Get the job done.
And away we go. And I don't think there's much point messing about with the route. It'll be giving me the best one anyway, I assume. It's getting all the way through France. Actually, I suppose we should take a quick look and just remind ourselves. What's the email? Ah, yeah, new special transports in the new regions. World map. Pop. Oh yeah, they've redone all these roads through here too. They've redone a lot of Germany again. I think I've added in some extra. I don't think that'll affect any of the speedruns though, you never know. No, none of them really come through there. Maybe Aberdeen, Bratislava? I don't think so though. Oh, we'll be going through some of that new area. And going through Genève. Then through Bayonne. Cool. So some new parts even before we get to the new expansion area.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left.
It's going to take a bit of getting used to because the last time I was playing this game I was doing the speed running on a down-patched version and the steering is very different. I honestly should have just stayed on the small road instead. This is the worst intersection. Is it like this in real life? Is there no traffic lights? Seriously. I think we just barge our way through at some point. Oops. Off we go. Nothing on the actual delivery. Someone else is wanting attention.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
I'll wait until we've gone through this corner. Should also lock in cruise control at some point. Oh, we're limited to 90 of course, because external contract. That's cool. Okay, we're just going to quickly pause. Okay. Let's see if that keeps her occupied for a little longer. I think the new lighting is pretty good. One of the recent patches introduced their new lighting system, and it definitely looks a lot less flat than it used to. And I don't think any of the mods that I've got currently active make any difference to that. They changed some of the vehicle colours, but the reflections look really nice too. There's a reflection on the top of the trailer even. Nice. Probably look pretty nice in VR now too, actually. It was already looking pretty good, but now it'll look, yeah, just a bit more eye-popping. Wonder if they've got ray tracing and stuff. I don't have an RTX card, so it doesn't matter, but...
Go straight.
Straight on through to the other side. I really should have just grabbed a normal delivery to get as close to Spain as possible, rather than having to go 90 kilometers an hour the whole way there. Not being able to speed sucks. Oh well. We chill. Beep beep coming through. Hey Tori, thanks for the resub. Not even streaming. Yeah, I saw that you had some internet problems. That's a shame. Sorry to hear about that. Obviously it's good enough for you to join in here at least. Welcome along. We doing a long drive. Road trip. From Prague all the way down to Bilbao. Bilbao? Bilbo Baggins? Yeah, Bilbao. Sure. 2 hours of your free morning. Oof. Yeah, that sucks. Is he coming into this lane? He is indicating. But there's still 2 lanes, so... You good, mate? Seems to be. Alright. Moved stuff to make time to stream this morning and the internet went burr for 2 hours. Well, it sounds like the internet didn't go burr, that was the problem. It went poof instead. Internet go bye-bye. Ah, the wonders of technology. Can't live without it. Annoying to live with it. Yeah, I was hoping to get started a bit earlier today, but yeah, stuff. I was really not sure if I was feeling it or not, but thought I really should. And I did want to start on the Iberia stuff now that that expansion's out, so that gave me a good motivation. It was that or just shoot things, so... And at least I can easily pause this if I need to get up and give the little one some extra attention. She's been a bit demanding this morning so far. Hasn't kicked her blanket off again yet, so that's a good start. I was thinking actually I should just quickly check my graphics settings because say they've made some changes in terms of the lighting. I don't know if they've also made a bit of I've got medium ambient occlusion anyway. I don't know if they've made any optimization as well. Oh, reflection scaling, interesting. Reflection details on medium, that's probably good enough. Grass density, probably leave it on low. Shadows I don't usually care about. Weather quality high. Mirror distance, I guess high is fine. Ultra would be nice. That's already high. Resolution we don't care about. Yeah, I think we've got it on pretty much all that I'd want to have it on anyway. Got sun shafts and such. Okay, yeah, there's not too much extra that I would change. It would be nice to run it on everything on high, but I was noticing frame drops at one stage. Mostly in American Truck Simulator, to be fair, as opposed to Europe. It also depends on what it's like once you get to the new areas, because I think the new DLCs often have higher res textures and better models. And at the moment we're still going through some of the oldest parts of the game. But they have made some changes to Germany, so we'll be driving through some roads that they've redone. So I don't know if that includes applying new textures. Everything's looking pretty good though. The trees and such look pretty realistic. From this distance at least. I mean the key thing is they just don't look all the same. Yeah, obviously there's duplicates for the same type of tree, but they spread them out. Maybe rotate them a little bit here and there. Still get that weird sort of chromatic aberration where my headlights make things look pink further in the distance. I did used to have a mod that actually changed my lights to be pink, but I got rid of that a long time ago.
Keep left.
You just get a weird reflection on the middle of the guardrail. Pink? Yeah, you have to look really closely, but it's like in the middle of the screen in the distance because I've got my lights on. It's not there at the moment, but when it's the thicker guardrail, things just show up with a bit of a pinkish hue. That or my eyes are just terribly broken. Might be able to notice on this bit up here, or not. I think it just depends on certain textures and the way they are set up to reflect. Should probably change to a slow lane too, eh? I mean, the rest of my truck is pink. Maybe it's the reflection from the front of the truck, actually. If it's a screen space reflection. Yeah, the barrier's up ahead there. Looking quite pink. For some reason. Meh. It makes it look colourful. I don't really mind. So I did used to have one that made all my dashboard lights all show up bright pink. Actually, that's one thing as I've noticed, because I turned my lights on, but my dashboard lights aren't glowing much. Like there is a definite change, but it's not a very noticeable one. It used to light up more, and the middle screen would be like backlit. And that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Maybe it would be more noticeable if it was dark. I don't know. About to say maybe it's coming from the truck itself. Yeah, I am actually pink. Well, pink and orange and purple. Because one colour is boring. Oh, and bright green as well. We got a cool paint job. We are fabulous. Here's some of the new roads. So they've redone a lot of the intersections through Germany, so they're no longer the old style cut and paste ones. They've tried to tailor them and update them so they reflect the actual real life layout, I believe. So they've got proper cloverleaf layouts. We're just going to cut the corner here.
Find a new route.
And we love confusing our GPS, so
Keep left.
bonus. Keep left, you say? I can't hear you. Of course, now we've got to get back to the outer lane again, but that's right. That's what cutting off traffic is for. So I don't know if this is a completely new road or just a revamped version. I think it might be a completely new one. Oh yeah, there's that little minor road that probably used to connect all the way through, and now they've got the main road slicing through the middle of it. Got this number 6 that goes through. Well, that's convenient. Sun's getting low, getting that glare. At least we're heading south again for a little bit. Can't believe we got a 106 with how scuffed your run was. Yeah. You can make pretty big gains just from small optimizations, just from practicing other categories. And I mean, all achievements are so similar to any percent. Ah, good, the sun's out of my eyes for a short period of time. Can we go around this way? Yeah, there's a shoulder, sure. Shoulder, you mean extra lane. I repeated onto the song I was starting with already. I mean, it's a good song, but I'm sure there's meant to be more on this channel than just like 6 songs. Whole start Messi not used to see out mushroom flood and immediate dupe. Oh, is that done now in that category? I mean, I do that anyway, but I didn't realize that was officially part of anything. I still maintain it's just better anyway. The only downside is then you can't do like the strategy that was it Oreo or someone was proposing, where you'd do the whole moonpool dupe closer to where the platform would be being built, so that you could overlap an extra segment. Depends where your spawn is. You might still be able to do that. I mean, ideally your spawn's right by there anyway, so it wouldn't make any difference, especially from Eclipse C. You just still set the dupe base up on the way towards the dogs where you're getting teeth, and then just yeah, just set that up a bit closer to the edge. Wasting half a second here and there to save several actual seconds later on in the run is always going to be worth it. It's very specific on spawn though, whether it's possible. They've really upped their game on the cloud textures, those look good. Oops, wrong way. Let's stop doing that and not crash. Need to check what my times are at in Subnautica for some of the other game modes and stuff. I know my survival glitchless any %. There's a lot of room for improvement, given that my hardcore time is faster. I think it might be the same for all achievements as well. I can't remember. Clove doing all blueprints has made me kind of want to do that again. High beams certainly looks a lot more reasonable than it used to. I still wish it engaged your additional spotlights that you can add on, like you can, the ones on my bull bar, you can specifically add them to your truck, but then they don't come on even when you put them on high beams. So well, what's the point then? Thankfully I don't usually bother with high beams anyway, so you can't tell. Oh, we're getting that sunset. See, now it's times like this. This is why I enjoy this game so much. I do wish you could zoom out the camera when it's like this though. And I also wish that the camera was focused above the truck instead of on the cab. Yeah, tunnel time. Yeah, the lighting changes have made it feel like a much more modern game again. Which is no mean feat when it's almost 10 years old. And even the indicators from the trailer lighting up like that. Okay, I guess I didn't need to change lanes after all. Everyone seemed to be slowing down. I am going to need a rest stop. Okay, actually 4 hours. The rest stop gauge, the blue bit above the ETA on my GPS, it's really hard to determine when it's getting close to the top, because it's just like a bed symbol. But the thin bits, the one on the left is taller than the one on the right, for like the bed, the headboard or whatever. And that's the one to go off, I guess. Be nice if it was just a gauge like the fuel one next to it. This is awkward. Sorry.
Turn right.
Oh, and now I want to turn right. Okay.
Turn right.
Don't mind me. So this intersection would be another one to improve at some point, because I hate this old template style of intersection where they're just so narrow.
Go straight.
The lighting does make it a bit hard to read those signs from further away. The overhead gantry signs. Makes me feel almost like I need to put my glasses on, even though it's in the game.
Keep left, and then continue straight.
Keep left, but that means I need to slow down. No.
Go straight.
Oh, I didn't even need to, there's such a huge shoulder here.
Keep left, and then continue straight. Go straight.
Almost missed that one. So where is the next rest stop sort of area? Because I've got 3 hours now.
Keep left, and then continue straight.
Would it be a good idea to go down into Bern, I wonder?
Go straight.
Could either pop into Bern or maybe Genève.
Keep left, and then continue straight. Go straight.
So all of these intersections really need being redone, because I'm sure these are not very accurate. It's just so skinny. See, if anything, the high beams are now a bit too anemic. Oh no, they're pretty good there. Just couldn't tell with the streetlights. That'd be good on a country road. Okay, looks like further along after Bern there'll be a stop on the side of the road. Don't need fuel, that's for sure. suppose that's one advantage of not being able to speed.
Go straight.
Hey, Aqua. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, down to 2 hours now before I need to rest, so it's pretty good timing on the stop coming up along from this intersection.
Go straight.
And we still got another about 3/4 of an hour left on this job, I think. Definitely can't see much at night time. I do wish the trailers had a bit more illumination on them though. You can customize that with your own trailers, I think. I really should delve more into the custom trailer side of things. Not really looked into it much. It's an element of the game that should probably try and influence more. But I'm not sure if they're applicable to external contracts anyway. Okay, well we don't need gas. It's straight through to the rest stop. He's in and he's out, isn't he? Oh my. Much like myself and the truck stop. Stop, brake, engine, rest. Because we're responsible when we put the parking brake on. And now it's daytime again. Yay, we can actually see things. Makes it much more of an interesting viewing experience. I'm just curious. I don't remember what the texture settings were at. Because I'm sure there were some things that weren't at high. There's reflections, textures at high, and there's no ultra. That's a shame. I was hoping there would be like an ultra or something. I just know some of the textures on the hills are very stretched. That'll do. That's fine. It's like the ones above the tunnel, they are very stretched textures. It'd be nice if there was an even higher res option. Super nitpicky, I know. I mean, all they needed to really do is just break up the model a bit and have just an extra face. Or have it like rock under the grass, instead of stretching the grass texture all the way down. Ooh, nice reflection on the lake over there. Really looking forward to seeing like the new texture of variety and going along the coast down in Spain and Portugal. And we'll be there in a low period of about 45 minutes. I could have fast travelled, but where's the fun in that? Big train yard. Was it Geneva that I had the locomotive run being the target of? I think it was. I was kind of hoping more people would pick up those runs.
Go straight.
I don't need to change lanes to go straight? Cool. Still kind of want to get an ultra-wide monitor purely for playing this game. I feel it would kind of be annoying for most games, and I'd end up just running them in a window in the middle of the screen instead. But a game like this, being able to have it stretched further so you could see more peripheral would be really cool. Need your setup, yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like I could stretch it onto multiple monitors more. I've only got one extra monitor off to my left, which is where I have OBS and everything set up. And that's the thing, is I prefer on multiple monitors to have like separate applications like OBS and Pretzel and stuff. So if it was just a widescreen for my primary, then I'd be able to do that and also have more real estate for the actual game itself. Or I just need to play it in VR again instead. Just plug my wife's Quest into my computer to be able to run it through that on Steam. Then I just need the
go straight.
Whatever application it is. There's the one that Woody uses, I think, to project chat onto your headset in some way. So that way it would be able to be up like the top where there's nothing otherwise. Yay, twisty roads. Something more interesting than motorway. I suspect I'd also need a better graphics card to do higher res with multiple monitors as well. As it is, I'm not sure exactly how much extra effort it adds having to render the second monitor while doing things on the main one.
Go straight.
Nope, someone's kicked off her blanket again. You're gonna get cold feet, sweetie. Let's get through this twisty section. I'm gonna have to attend to that, I think. Oh, reflection. Very nice. tighter turn than I expected. Shame there's no detour that allows you to go around Lyon. Just have to go straight through, it seems. Do I have realistic fuel consumption turned off or something? It just seems to be taking a long time for that to tick down. Oh well. Kinda don't care, to be honest.
Get ready to turn right.
Getting ready to turn right.
Turn right.
For another of these god-awful skinny on-ramps. Not quite as bad as the other design, but didn't have the separated median at the top.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Don't mind if I do. Get around all of that traffic.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly pause for a bit and put someone's blanket over her feet again. Then number 2, you're done verifying for the night. I've been getting through runs. Thanks for that. I think you've probably been doing the lion's share of that at the moment. I've got a bit of a backlog of truck simulator runs to be verifying at some point. I think I need to make that my homework this weekend. I try and make sure that if I see it tick over to 3 weeks, then I take care of it immediately, so that it doesn't go beyond the reasonable period. There's been a few that are quite long though. At least a lot of the influx we've been having lately has been category extensions and some Monaco, which are a lot shorter. Bear there's a couple of people doing some of the longer runs in this, going Aberdeen to Bratislava, which is the kind of one of the longer speedrun categories for this game. I just need to dedicate time to it.
Keep right, and then exit right.
So I can have one on
Exit
while
right.
doing something else as well, so. This seems weird that we're now going northwest again. Oh, toll booth coming up. These are the ones where it's radio. Yeah, I don't actually have to stop. Yeah. I think as long as you're going less than 40 k's an hour, you can get through without hitting the barrier arm. Seems strange that there isn't a road that goes more directly through to Clermont-Ferrand. Gonna go up and around instead. I've been wondering whether I should just do some videos from the truck simulator games that aren't speedruns necessarily, and aren't streams where I'm talking occasionally, and don't even have the background music, but just driving, just going between some of the places and looking out the windows every now and then, maybe stopping to go between some of the viewpoints perhaps, or interesting rest area things like that, where it's like a tumbled down column memorial thing. No idea whether there'd be much appetite for that sort of thing, but then it's not like my videos get a huge amount of views anyway, so can kind of just experiment for the sake of it, just throw whatever up on YouTube. Be basically like a version of my real life walking videos, but just virtual. I was meaning to do a few more of those, like virtual walking videos too, like from The Hunter, and maybe some of the other more atmospheric games. It's kind of tricky though, because if you're doing something like that, you're not really doing anything, so I don't know how engaging that would be. Well, I mean, I'm still the one driving it, I guess.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn right.
Basically, I'm just trying to think of ways that I can put more things on YouTube, since a lot of people, like, the times that I can stream on Twitch are so awkward for a lot of people. So having content that other people can enjoy, because I know Twitch VODs can be really annoying to browse through. And you can't engage on them, like you can't comment and stuff. Not that anyone really comments on YouTube videos either, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Keep right.
All my drivers earning lots of money, ticking in every now and then. Must be pretty close to that achievement about the top-rated drivers soon. Have like 10 male, 10 female drivers at the maximum rating. I seem to remember I checked that one other time, but then I haven't played it much since then, so I think I just have to play it a lot more, just to let that tick up in the background. What would be really nice is just to have more ability to stream more often in the first place. Then I'll be able to cover off a few more of those things. Oh, someone's kicked her blanket off her feet again. Fun game, it seems. Okay, and we are getting close to the point of actually needing to fill up on fuel. I say that, but the trip computer reckons I've got 950 kilometers and it's only 700 to my destination, so maybe not. How are we off to rest again? 5 hours and 7, and it's 9 to get there, so I will have to stop again regardless. I might stop in Bayonne, which will be just before the border, if we can get that far. I don't think they even made it that you could go over the big Malau bridge, did they? That would have been cool. I can't actually remember what part of the country that even is. I know it's in the south, but... Well, now we do the weird crossover thing for some reason. So the right side of the road goes to the left of the rest area and vice versa. I don't know why. Limoges. Dépêchez Limoges. And yeah, someone's got some jewel. 72 euro paid. You're welcome.
Keep left.
Oops. Gotta pay attention to the road.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
$50? Yeah, nah. Why would I slow down to 50 when I'm just joining onto the motorway again? Like, why would you want people to? Also, there wasn't even another sign to tell me to speed up again anyway. 110, I wish. So I would have thought that they'd have had the lights on in the tunnel even though it's daytime, because you don't really get much light going into a tunnel naturally. So they may have made some improvements around the lighting, but I think there's definitely a few other bits and pieces where some improvements could be made. I always feel I'm going to hit the barrier arm. Hours 40. Okay. The one up here seems to be just off to the right, though you can get there. This should be fine. As long as it's not just going from the other side. So I guess we may as well just get fuel and rest at this next one. We don't have to wait until we're really needing to stop. Also, if we rest now, then it'll be early morning when we get started again. Means less time driving at night, which is always good. The good thing with these external contracts, the fact that they're done based on real time instead of a time in-game that they need to be delivered by, is you can pretty much tailor them to your play style.
Recomputing.
Like, if you don't like driving at night, just always rest just before, just after sundown or something. You never have to worry about it. I mean, I'd definitely recommend enjoying the sunset, but
go straight
if possible. Oh, that's to skip. Need to go here. Always forget they have this little bypass bit here. And stop. And fill. Slurp. Fill. And time to rest. Should probably let the policeman go first. End here. And handbrake, engine off, rest. And this time we might get to see the sun rise.
Get ready to turn right.
I do wish you could specify how long you wanted to rest for. So it's like, if I want to stop at 6 PM and then pick back up again at like 6 in the morning instead of 3 in the morning, that would be nice. But no, you only ever rest for a very set amount. And it's honestly amazing that that's been the case for the whole time. I could understand that when the game first came out, but not being able to choose the amount of time that you rest for, like fair enough having the legislated minimum when you need to sleep, but there could be a threshold. Like if you're within a certain period of time of having to stop, then you must rest for a minimum amount of time, but you should be able to rest for longer, that's for sure, even if they don't make it that you can go shorter. Obviously when you're first starting out you kind of want to maximize the amount of time you spend, but once you're at this stage of the game it really doesn't matter. And especially if you're doing the external contracts anyway instead of the in-game time ones, then it makes no difference.
Keep left.
Getting close to the border now. Around the outside. 2 trailer carrying girls or something. We getting there now, about a quarter of an hour away. I really wish it was daytime so I could see what I'm going over. Never mind.
Keep left.
Food is calling, so you must eat. Fair enough. I'll still be here for another 15 minutes at least, because I'll be finishing this delivery. We'll see if we do another short one after that, it'll depend what's on offer. I'm hoping I'll be able to pick up a few shorter deliveries to be able to just jump between some of the cities. They do have to be at least 200 kilometers long though, to qualify for the event, but 200 k's isn't too bad. Around and round we go. Beep beep. Don't actually have a button bound to the horn on my controller. It's not particularly useful. It's pretty anemic anyway. Okay, we're on the new road now. Shame we can't see anything. I mean, sunrise can't be too far away. Getting close to 5 AM. Maybe we just get off at the rest stop up ahead and just kind of drive around for a bit, wait for some time to pass. I really wish they had the ones where you don't need to stop at all, or even slow down. But I don't know if they're there in real life either, so fair enough. I think some of the Scandinavian ones are like that. There's the toll booths up there that you can just bust straight through without having to slow down at all. Basically the idea is if you have something to scan to pay the toll, then it pays, and if you don't, then snaps a picture of your license plate and you have to pay regardless. Send you a bill. I'm just going to get off here and just drive around for a bit.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Just explore this rest area a little bit.
At the
Just a big
roundabout,
truck stop.
take the second exit.
So we're going to go round and round the roundabout.
Exit now. Okay,
'Cause we
let's
can.
find a new route. At the roundabout,
Oh, that's no
take
entry
the
that way.
second
Interesting.
exit.
No, I'm going to take this exit.
Rerouting. Get ready to turn left.
Okay, didn't turn quite enough. My bad. So there's truck stops here,
Turn left.
or we can go this way.
Recomputing.
It's like a little racetrack. Are we meant to go around? Hey, what are we supposed to do with this? Because they're all facing
Get
this
ready to
way,
turn
but
left.
it seemed like a very tight corner.
Turn left.
I mean, I guess here we can go right. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Are you supposed to reverse into these parks or something? Surely you should have them so you can drive through from the other side. These should all be facing the other way, in my opinion. And now we go back around again. Oh, we didn't discover this one. But there's ones facing the other side, yeah, so you just have to back in. You have to reverse in from this side or the other side. I guess they wanted to so that they can stack them up one
Get
behind
ready
the
to
other.
turn left.
Then yeah, it's safer driving straight out than reversing, rather than having to
Turn
drive
left.
straight through again. But I don't know, it just seems like a pretty inefficient design.
At the roundabout, take the second
I feel
exit.
they could have done better.
Exit now.
Yeah, we're getting sunrise now. Good. We have wasted enough time for the sun to come up. And we'll probably cut the corner of the end here to get that little bit off the side as well. If it'll let me. If I do this. Yes, good. I don't suppose there's a gap in the median barrier, so I could go across the other side of the road and do that too. Seems not. Okay, well we can now actually see something, which is nice, given that it's a new area. We actually want to be able to see where we're going. Got a bit of sunrise going on. Wasn't watching, almost missed the fact that there's a toll booth here. And through we go to Bayonne. And we'll have a little drive around the town. Through another toll booth. Seems weird. Why am I going through a toll booth here? Oh, it's another, okay, it's another pay one. I didn't go through one where I didn't pay. I paid 20 euro at the last one, 10 euro at this one. Okay. Seems a bit strange. I feel there would have been another one in between time. Kind of expect it to be like an on-off sort of thing. Whatever works, I guess. Let's bring this a bit closer. Okay, so this series of off-ramps and stuff looks pretty confusing, so what's going on here? Ah, there is a river. So where's the off-ramp? Here. Oh, it's one of these ones. Go down and under. Okay.
Finding new route.
Engine malfunction. Barely damaged. 12% I guess, yeah. It's pretty much over 10 that you start getting those happening.
Keep right. And
Yeah,
then
there's a
exit
service
right.
stop in Bale. May as well go in here.
Exit right.
How do I get into town? I assume this is the right way to go.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
Then we don't go off the first exit of this roundabout, we go straight through. Gotcha.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now. Never mind. I'll find a new route. Okay, let's find a new route. the roundabout, take the third exit.
Beyond.
Exit now. Rerouting. Get ready to turn right. Recomputing.
Ah, I gotta cut the corner, bro.
Turn left, and then turn left. Find a new route.
There's a little bit that remained unexplored. That's annoying.
Turn left.
Still, we'll go around the block, and then go down to the
Turn
services.
left.
Discover whatever that is on the other side there. Truck dealer, I guess.
Turn left.
Scania dealer.
Okay, let's find a new route. Rerouting. Recomputing.
Service. Cha-ching. And out we go again.
Turn left.
And we'll discover the
Go
truck
straight.
pad here.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Make a U-turn now. Turn right, and then continue straight. Go straight.
We'll just poke our nose in here a little bit.
Rerouting.
There we go.
Turn right.
Now we'll just do this little bit here, just to turn this yellow, hopefully. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, it's taking
Find a
forever.
new
There we
route.
go. That took a lot longer than it should have. Always wondered what this game was like. Well, all you had to do was look at my videos. Shameless plug. It's a good, chill game. I mean, it can be frustrating sometimes as well, especially the AI can be quite stupid. The trains at crossings can be really annoying, but 99% of the time, it's chill. It's nice. You can drive as carefully or as manically as you like, within reason, but done some more walking ones. I've done a few, yeah. I was trying to keep a cadence of like one a week or so for a while.
Exit now.
I haven't actually recorded many more. I had a little bit of a backlog going at one point, but I need to get out and do a bit more. Wasn't the right weather, and then I was too exhausted, so. But there's one more that I've got for next week.
Take the third exit.
The last couple are much longer ones as well, because I was doing them on my lunch break, so I just had to stitch together multiple videos. That was the case for the
Let's find a new
Newmarket
route.
ones as well. Also, don't mind me, I'm just exploring the road, which is something I like to do. Should really have done the bit off where that depot is as well. I could go around the roundabout again, I guess. I'll have to come back here at some stage anyway, because of the other road that comes
At the
in,
roundabout,
so I guess there's
take
no
the first
urgency on
exit. Exit now.
completing all of the exploration here just yet. Also, very unlikely that I'm going to ever 100% the map again.
Keep
Okay,
left.
off to Bilbao. Bilbao. How many roundabouts do I tend to encounter in real life? Lots. Like, tons. I mean, not so many at the moment because I'm living very close to the city at the moment. We're in between houses, but the suburbs have lots of roundabouts. City tends to be more just traffic lights because you've got traffic coming from every which way, so... The town I grew up in had like any traffic lights? Actually, I don't think it had any. It had a dozen or so roundabouts and I think 0 traffic lights. Seemed to be more common everywhere but the US. Yep, sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing something because like on Mythbusters they did a test of like traffic flow between a 4-way stop, a controlled traffic light intersection and a roundabout, and roundabout is just the most efficient way, generally speaking. But for some reason it's not really caught on in the States. I don't quite understand why. I think it's just a case of it's a lot of work to re-engineer an intersection into a roundabout, so, you know, why bother? You love them but don't love how dumb people are when they're not familiar with them, yeah. It's weird though, because it's so much easier than like a 4-way stop, because you only have to worry about what's coming from one direction. So, from the left in most cases. They have a height limit for some reason. Different toll booth than I'm used to. Now, obviously you can get people kind of not obeying the rules properly at a roundabout, but it's less likely to cause as major an accident because, again, you've only got 2 points of contact. Like, you've got the road coming in and the road going around. It does get a lot more complicated, like when you get multi-lane roundabouts. Once you get to that point, honestly, it starts to be worse, I think. If you've got 2, or even worse if you have like 3-lane roundabouts or something, those are a nightmare. Like, those you need extra controls. If they're large enough that you can basically make each intersection a proper intersection, then maybe, but otherwise you've just got so much crossing the lanes that you may as well not have bothered. But they're rare. Like, the most you usually get is a 2-lane roundabout, and they're pretty straightforward. You still want them to be a decent size. The other disadvantage is pedestrian interaction is harder. Like, for traffic lights, obviously it's clear cut that, you know, traffic has a red, well, that means you can cross, if either halfway or the whole way across, depending on the traffic flow. Whereas with a roundabout, you don't have that same control, so pedestrian crossing becomes more difficult. So it's circumstantial whether or not that's relevant, obviously. The ideal in those cases is separating the crossing as much as possible from the road anyway. Like, if you can have overbridges or underpasses or something like that, that is the absolute ideal, just completely abstracted. The number of times that there's still places where people need to physically cross the road, where you could do like a ramp up and over instead, it's a lot less disruptive that way. Each point system is 10 points, yeah. Follow the other truck. Must be nearly there, I think. These are definitely the outskirts of the city. Something to explore up there. A prison, I'm guessing? Judging by the watchtowers on each corner. Oh, there's a garage over there too. I'll want to go and grab that. They even put graffiti in the game.
Right.
Brilliant.
Then exit right.
Well, that makes it realistic, I guess. And you don't even need to worry about repeating textures, because a lot of graffiti is just the same thing over and over again. Well done. Laughing to yourself over the turn signal? What about it? I don't always signal. It can help with the AI behavior though, like if there's someone behind you or in the next lane over, the AI is programmed so that it will recognize turn signals to an extent. Like if someone's just behind you and you indicate, then they won't actually come up to overtake, they will hang back, which is quite good.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Welcome back, Tori.
Exit right.
Exit right. Well, there's a gate there, so I don't have much choice. This is a big city. I didn't realize Bilbao was this big. But I have never been to Spain, so never really thought about it. Big boats. I like big boats. I cannot lie. Oh, it's actually a ferry connection. Let's go up to the UK, I guess. Yeah, other brothers can't deny. Exactly.
Exit now.
Brothers and sisters.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Not the most convincing sea texture, but
Get
not
ready
the
to
main
turn
focus
right.
of the game, so we'll let them off.
Turn right.
And here we are.
Good driving.
Thank you. Where do you need it? What happens if you crash? You take damage. If you take too much damage, truck don't work no more. But you can call for emergency services. But it does cost money to repair. There is no damage option in this game. As in, you can't turn damage accumulation off to make it easier for yourself. That is one gripe that I've heard people say when they're playing casually. To which my advice is, don't crash. If you want to play a racing game where there are no consequences, then play Need for Speed. Cha-ching. And we're 1 out of 20 on our goal. So where do those routes go? Oh yeah, Plymouth. Makes sense. Are there any short deliveries that we can take? No, Malaga is extremely far away. I'm going to be learning some geography here too, because I don't know all of these towns. Oh, perfect. That's quite a ways away to pick it up. Madrid. So I don't really want ones that go from Santander, but I can't filter them out, unfortunately. Barcelona. Oh, Bilbao to Bilbao. Oh, and that is actually where I am too, so that's handy. It won't count towards my achievement, but I can just do that anyway, pick up some extra cash, and it moves me a bit further away from Santander, so I might not get as many of those jobs polluting the pool when I look again.
Let's go.
Let's pick up the trailer over here.
Pedal to the metal, man.
You know it, man. And this gives us a bit of an excuse to explore more of the city without just doing it for the sake of it. I'm sure I'll be back here again at some point anyway. And I kind of want to be outside the truck for a bit as well.
At the roundabout, take the first
Bit of a look
exit.
around.
Exit now. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
It's just the industrial area, so obviously not desperately exciting.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
As we said, that driving in this mode does make it easier to see things at intersections.
Exit now.
Which is less fun, but
Keep right.
let's just keep it on this, to be honest. Bilbao. Alright. The GPS is so gravelly and aggressive. The GPS, that voice, is the same voice actor as does Geralt in The Witcher 3. I specifically chose that option. That's Geralt, yep. That is the voice actor who does Geralt. And the option is known as Doug Raspy in the game. So yeah, there's a reason why he sounds like he's about to destroy you for making the wrong turn. When they first rolled out the GPS voices, they did mention that there was kind of a special option. They didn't come right out and say it, I don't think, but it was not difficult for review mags and stuff to pick up on who it was. So the first few streams after that that update came out, I enabled it and then was playing the game with Witcher music as the soundtrack, which I don't think ever got copyright struck because it's game music, so it's often not part of the filter anyway. And honestly, I don't think CD Projekt Red would be the sort of dev to really chase you on using it for a game that wasn't theirs anyway. If only can make him your in real life GPS voice. If you have a GPS, depending on the thing, you can import your own packages, I think. You just have to record it yourself, like, and get the full gamut of things. You could use this as a basis, but yeah, be a bit complicated. Oh, so there we go, yeah, man, took the time and effort to make a GLaDOS voice. That would be infuriating. Should make a Subnautica PDA one.
Keep right.
Detecting multiple amounts of heavy traffic in your area. Are you sure whatever you're doing is worth it?
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oops, someone's sneezing.
Turn right.
Yeah, Leviathan-class traffic stops, there we go, yeah. And not tech savvy you can be. Yeah, but someone else could do it for you.
Take the first exit.
Don't mind me looking at chat when I should be driving.
Exit now.
Also, I might do another delivery after this, but I am going to take a quick break
Here we
to
are,
put little
safe and
one's
sound.
blanket back on her feet again. So I'm going to do that now before I make this delivery. And back. Someone wants their piggies to be free. Yeah, well, they're not going to market today. Been recovering from a chest infection as it is. The last thing I wanted to do is get more sick again. Okay, I missed actually where I'm dropping this trailer off. Around the other side, it looks like. Okay, well, we'll go through here. See if we can find the markers where we're supposed to drop the trailer. Hope she feels better. Yeah, she's been much more herself last few days. Just took a while to get over it, and then kind of reacted a bit to the antibiotics as well, so it's been a bit of a week, that's for sure. That's why I didn't do any streaming last weekend, because we were in the doctors and stuff. And just having to respond to her needs quite frequently, so yeah. This morning she seems to have a lot of energy, that's for sure. She's been wriggling all over the floor. We do not have enough room for her in this apartment. We really need to move. Oh, wrong side of the barriers. I needed to go... the one that I could see was the one that's on this side, not the other side. Get a bit more of an angle on this. Back it around. Perfect. Cha-ching! Just a little bit there. So, important thing is now maybe I'll get fewer deliveries from Santander. Oh, perfect, just down the road. Yes. That's the sort of delivery. It's an articulated trailer, so it'll be difficult, but that's fine. Or Leon, that works too. It's a little bit further, but delivering a wind turbine nacelle. Oh yay, a heavy articulated trailer. Fun. Or just fragile delivery otherwise. I think I like the idea of the fragile delivery instead. Articulated ones, it's nice to have a challenge every now and then, but they are really annoying to park. Looking to move soon? Yes. We sold our house earlier this year. We're in an apartment in between times, and we've got a contract on a place
Let's do this.
down in Pukekohe, which is further away than where we used to live, but it's currently tenanted, so we need to allow them time to move out.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So we don't know when we'll be able to move into the place. They have a 90 days notice, which is quite a long time.
Now.
And I mean, that's 90 days from yesterday, and the place went on the market a couple of months ago, so there's been plenty of opportunity, there's plenty of warning. So hopefully they'll find some alternative and we can get a settlement date sorted. So we can have a timeline, we can start organising things again. So yeah, it'll be quite good, because we were just running out of space in the place we had, especially since little one is not so little for her age. She is not mobile for her age, so spends a lot of time on the floor, but is very large.
Keep right.
I mean,
exit right.
My wife and I are tall, but she's really taking it to
Exit
extremes.
right.
She's being really active, but just not in the running around sort of thing. Like we're thinking, oh good, we've got a place with a backyard, be able to run around outside, and not when they have limited mobility. So there was also steps into the property, so the place we've got is just all single level with no steps or anything. And it's twice as big, so including a garage, so I'll actually be able to have a place to do some work and have some projects again. Be able to make some more furniture if we need to. Throw some things together for outside. So yeah, something to look forward to, but I just don't know exactly when we'll be able to organise things to make the move. So for now we're in a little 2-bed apartment in the city fringe.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Which is convenient in other ways, like my commute to work at the
right.
moment is like a 30-minute walk instead of an hour and 30. And it will be more like 2 hours each way. So I'm definitely not looking forward to that part of things after we move, but you do what you have to. Just putting a swing together coming soon. Maybe, yeah. Needs to be a special type of swing. You get basket swings so that way she can lie down in them. I know you can get the actual swing bit. I think you do need to build the frame, so that would be something that I would look to do. Okay, Streamlabs, why are you spamming now? I set a bunch of things up that should post every 10 minutes. And it's not been doing any of them the entire time, and now it does 2 at once. Come on, Streamlabs, sort your shit out.
Exit right.
Do I walk to work? Yes. generally. So when I was in Papakura, I would walk to the train station, catch the train, and then walk from the train station in the center of the city to where I work, because it's kind of on the edge of the city itself. And now at the moment I can walk direct from home to work. Often I'll take a bus to make it a bit easier on myself because it's quite hilly, but no, Streamlabs, stop. I think I'll just disable those. Basically, I was wanting to promote some things that I normally have as commands, but because I've seen other people do it and have things just come up periodically in stream, rather than relying on people finding a commands list or something. But it doesn't seem to be working.
Turn left.
Yeah, what a mood. Streamlabs, stop. No, bad Streamlabs. Yeah, normally it's for timing people out for trying to post links, but now it's just, yeah, shilling a bit too hard. So I set things up so there's like 6 commands that are meant to be on like a 10-minute rotation. Because the idea is if they share the same interval,
you have arrived at your destination.
It's meant to cycle between them as alternatives. But I wonder if either A, I didn't set the interval up correctly, or B, it went from the time of when I enabled them. And so they're slightly different. Dunno. I need to investigate further. I was just going off very basic instructions.
Turn left.
You get backed up and launched altogether. Yeah, so that's probably what's happened, is they just got backed up in a queue. Like, they probably triggered from Streamlabs when they were supposed to, but it could be that there was a queue in terms of Twitch actually posting them. Dunno.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Maybe I'll just leave them and hope that they sort themselves out. I mean, I think it's the first stream I've done since I set them up, so... And to be fair, I haven't actually noticed if they've been posting automatically earlier, because I've been mostly just paying attention to driving, and... Like, I notice a post every now and then because the Pretzel app posts the next song details as well. And maybe that's been confusing it as well, because it's had to compete with those messages in the queue. Who knows? Really shouldn't make a difference, but who knows how well people write their APIs. Yeah, at the moment, since I'm able to walk to work, it's quite convenient, but I need to string together a few ideas of different routes that I can take and then do some recording. I'm meaning to do an early morning commute sort of walk recording, preferably before the sun comes up so that it's not so bright, because otherwise the sky just kind of washes out, because my camera on my phone is not very good. It's all that I have, unfortunately. So, well, I do have like a proper camera, but the cost of a stabilizer mount for a proper DSLR is like $2,500, whereas the cost of a stabilizer mount for my phone camera for walking around with was like $250. So if even that, actually I think it was less than 200. At some point I'll need to get a new phone anyway, chances are, because mine's about 4 years old, I think I worked out. And I've definitely noticed the battery doesn't last as long as it should. And hopefully when I get a new phone, whenever that may be, sometime later this year maybe, hopefully it'll be formatted well enough that I don't hit a 4GB size limit on videos, because at the moment I can only record up to about 15 minutes at a time, and then have to stop and then start again, and then I have to stitch them together later, and that's just annoying. It does mean that I can then put a bit of denoise on it as well, because the fixed focus lens on my camera or my phone is not the greatest, so means it's a bit less blurry after I do some post-processing. Okay, crunch, sure. Don't even know what I hit there. So, out into the Spanish countryside. That's a big bull up there.
Keep right.
It's an interesting sculpture.
Exit right.
Must be near where there's a lot of the bullfighting historically.
Exit right.
Oh, I need a rest. Didn't realise that.
Keep right.
I may not pay much attention to the speed limits, but I do like to have the fatigue simulation on. That's the... yes, I don't even notice the fluoro yellow background on those things. I just need to remember to keep right when I go through the toll booths. Yeah, 55 minutes. Well, I reckon it's only an hour and 3 to get to my destination anyway. Now we're into the more rugged and interesting scenery. You are getting tired. Don't need to tell me that. Oops. Do you have to sleep? You do. You can turn it off. Like there's fatigue simulation you can turn off, so you can turn off fines and penalties, so that if you speed you don't need to pay traffic fines or anything, or if you run a red light you don't need to pay fines and stuff, so you can turn those off, which I have turned off because I like to speed. You can also turn off the fatigue simulation, but I like to have that on because it just gives a little bit of something extra. That plus your fuel consumption gives you two things that you do have to work around and actually be mindful of. Basically you get a shift of like 14 hours or so, and then you have to rest after that for 8. I think it's based on EU regulations. And in American Truck Simulator there's similar ones.
Exit now.
I don't know if they vary depending on what state you're in. They probably should. Okay, noticing the frame rate getting a
Keep
bit
right,
choppy now.
and then
It's down to
turn right.
50 in here. It often is in the newer areas because they add more textures and
Turn right.
the models tend to be a bit more well developed.
Keep right. At the roundabout.
Yeah,
take
obviously
the
when
first exit.
speedrunning the game you turn the fatigue simulation off.
Exit now.
And sometimes if I'm really
Turn
not
left,
feeling it,
and
then
then
I'll turn
turn
them off
right.
as well.
Turn right.
But just like I
This
like
is
to
where it ends.
park my trailer properly, I also like to have the fatigue simulation on just for a little bit more of a simulation feel. Because you can completely skip the trailer parking, so you just don't have to worry about it. But I like that challenge aspect. I also have a mod installed that removes the big glowing area that would otherwise tell me where I'm supposed to park the trailer, so it makes it even more difficult. Instead there will just be a couple of red markers. I just need to get past this other trailer. I think it's between these two that I need to go. So basically I've just got a bit of a couple of immersion mods, because otherwise there's big glowing things telling you exactly what to do and where to go. Which is great when you're first starting out, but after a while it kind of feels a bit arcadey. Mod list must be fascinating. It's actually not really. Like, most of the mods is just people adding trucks with 1,000 horsepower engines, and it's just really boring. There's a few graphics mods, so there's a few immersion mods which I've got, but there's actually not as many as you might think. Also, I just realized parking completely the wrong place. I actually need to park further up than I thought. It wasn't between those two trailers. It was just after this top trailer, so that's a lot easier. There's mods that make it so you get more XP from things, and more cash from jobs, and yeah, more powerful engines and such. Some cosmetic ones like different paint jobs and things. But I'm not so interested in most of those. But they're all in the Steam Workshop. I'm sure there's more involved ones that you can get through Nexus mods or something, but I just go with the ones that are in the workshop because it's easier. And that way they just get automatically updated and everything. So. Okay. Why has that not updated? Oh, that one wasn't 200k's long. I forgot about the minimum. Oh well, that's fine. When I drive from here, then it'll count because it's from and to. So long as I go more than 200k's. I should have gone to the one to go to Leon instead. That's fine.